Hi there. Now, on October the 20th, which at the time of recording this is a little over a week away, there is to be a rally in London, a big march in favour of a vote on the final Brexit deal. Now, I'm going to explain now why I'm going on that march, why I am in favour of such a vote, and why you should be too, even if you voted leave last time round, and even if you would again. Because you see, there is a question I've been wanting to put to leave voters for quite some time, and it's this. Why aren't you angry? Oh, seriously, why is it just the Remainers like me doing all the pissing and moaning? Why aren't you furious? We're not the ones who got sold the biggest lemon in electoral history, after all. I mean, you voted in all good faith for 350 million quid a week extra to spend on the NHS, and what have you actually got? There will probably be adequate food. Seriously, how are you not rioting in the streets right now? I suppose it's because some of you are still too busy giving it, we won, you lost, get over it. We won, you lost, get over it. We won, you lost, get over it. We all lost. Okay? We all lost. Seriously, we stand to lose so much over Brexit, stuff that we may never get back. As a nation, we're losing prestige and influence. Any chance of an end to austerity will probably lose the NHS. As individuals, we are losing rights and freedoms and opportunities, and we are getting nothing in return that we don't already have. And nobody stands to gain from Brexit now, except disaster capitalists on one side of the equation waiting for the country to burn to the ground so they can sell off the ashes, and disaster socialists on the other side waiting for the country to burn to the ground so they can rebuild it in their own image. Well, I quite like the option of not burning the country to the ground, if that's okay with everybody else. So that's why we need a final deal vote. Now, before you say a damn thing, no, this is not a question of having vote after vote until we get a result we like. This would not be a redo of the 2016 referendum, because there hasn't been a vote on the final deal. Obviously, we don't even know what it is yet. That has never been voted on. It's the first vote on the final deal is what we want. You see, we've only actually been consulted about Brexit in the abstract heretofore. We need to be consulted on the specifics. I mean, in 2016, the question was something along the lines of, who wants some lunch? Whereas now the question will be more like, who wants a dog shit and broken glass sandwich? I'm sure you see the difference. Nor, incidentally, is this simply a question of trying to overturn the results of the 2016 referendum, because, of course, there is no guarantee that a final deal vote would overturn the result of the 2016 referendum. And this is the bit that goes out to the leavers, because there's a question you have to ask yourself, and it's this. Do you believe that there's still a majority of people in this country in favour of leaving the EU? Because if there is, a final deal vote would just reaffirm that. And that would be a good thing, especially from your point of view, because even if we assume that the 2016 referendum was won fair and square, it totally wasn't. And even if we assume that everybody who voted leave knew exactly what they were voting for, they totally didn't. And even if we assume that none of them have changed their minds in the meantime, they have. Bloody millions of them. You must be aware of the fact that this is still a very controversial thing, that there's a lot of dispute about the result of that vote, that a lot of people are still very, very unhappy about the course that this country's taken. Now, surely it's better to resolve all that with a final deal vote before moving on. Unless, of course, you don't think there's still a majority of people in favour of leaving the EU. Unless you think you'd lose. Now, fair enough. If that's why you don't want a final deal vote, that's a valid position to have, but don't go calling us the undemocratic ones, okay? You don't deny democracy by having more democracy. It's not how it works. You deny democracy by denying democracy. And insisting that Brexit is still the will of the people when all the available evidence suggests that it isn't anymore, and moreover refusing to have a vote to find out, that's denying democracy. So that's why I'm off march at a week on Saturday, and why I think maybe you should as well. Now, you'll notice there's no People's Vote branding anywhere on this video. This is not an official People's Vote video. It's my video. They don't even know I'm doing it. I'm just doing it to tell you I'm going, and I hope to see you there. As far as I know, I'm not performing in any official capacity on October the 20th. I'm just going to be one more body in the march. One of the bigger bodies, I imagine, but just one more body. In the meantime, if you want to know how to get there, go to peoples-vote.uk. I understand that free buses are being laid on from some of the major cities up and down the country if you're wondering how to get down there. But yeah, this one matters, folks. Let's do this. Now get off my lawn.
This video was made possible by the supporters of my Patreon project, who help me make fun things while receiving great perks and rewards. If you enjoyed it, why not follow the link and join us?